Hello, good afternoon. I just wanted to come on and do a self-indulgent journal entry video for this channel. I recently changed the name of this channel from Linda Says Things to Linda Say K because I feel like Says Things wasn't really resonating with me that much. And Say K means something more to what I want to do with my life and where I want to go in my life. Saying okay to good things that come my way, any good opportunities that will be good for me, saying okay or yes to them. Now, that doesn't mean saying yes to everything, but just giving myself the ability to say okay, say yes, and say things will be okay. So that's where I came up with that name of my channel. So now it's Linda Say K. And when I first started the channel, when I had just like maybe a handful of subscribers, I actually started the channel calling it Linda Finance because I do love talking about my finance topics, but I love talking about so many more things. And so this channel has become kind of like a catch-all with things, whether it's finance, cooking, journals, kind of like trauma dumping sometimes. So yeah, that's where it's going. And yeah, so that's a little bit of the name change stuff. I have a little bit of a different setup here. I'm using this mic, the Razer Seren Mini I got a couple years ago when I started my game streaming journey. And it's only about $40-50, but it's my favorite mic. I feel like it sounds the same. It's just I have to hold it pretty close. I connected it to my phone to get like the best quality because if I hold it out here, you could barely hear me. So I've been just testing out different mics here and there, but I always come back to this one. I feel like the sound quality seems to be better and stuff. So I have accepted that. And it's kind of cool to see that people have like used my gaming channel to kind of fall asleep to when I use like this mic, and I have gotten comments that they like this mic better than the other ones that I've tested. So yeah, I do hours and hours of streams there. So it's something I like to fall asleep to game streams sometimes. EPS does as well. And so sometimes it's also very self-indulgent. I fall asleep to my own game stream places under the guise that I'm just reviewing my own streams. And yeah, there's hours and hours there of that. I have over 1,000 posted content on that channel. That's so crazy over the years. But yeah, I really like just contributing to that channel as well. It's Inioke, by the way. If anybody is interested in checking out my gaming, I do live streams on there almost every day, every night, and it's got an egg icon, so that's where I could be a little bit more silly, maybe do a little bit more of like silly voiceover work and stuff. I don't work as a voiceover artist or anything. It's just I like to put on voices for some of those characters. So yeah, I wanted to read some stuff from my journal and just share things that I've been writing over the previous weeks and stuff, just kind of to collect my thoughts. Now, I've gotten these prompts for journaling, which I want to share with you guys from shout out to Annie Menora, the YouTuber. I've been following like every single video she's posted. She's a lot younger than me, but she's just got so many little gems of things she shares. And she also talks in a very calming, just not crazy voice. Sometimes I'm in the mood for that, but she's just very calming to me. But shout out to Annie Menora. She shared these prompts, and I decided to use some of them. And so I wanted to share what I put in these prompts for myself. So first was a seasonal check-in. And the first question is changes expecting and how to embrace. So I guess the way I interpreted this is like what I'm expecting to happen in the next few months. It doesn't have to be the same season, but some of these kind of fall into the changing seasons as well. So in the next few months, the changes I'm planning to see is going to part-time work. That's still in the process at my work. I'm still trying to go part-time. And also possibly starting a family. And so how to embrace these changes. I put lower stress, relax, and prep body. So I'm taking prenatals. I'm working out more. Shout out to those Orange Theory fitness classes. They've been working so far. It really helps to have a coach there in person that could help correct my form. I really love the rowing. By the way, the rowing I'm obsessed with. And also, doing my regular therapy has been really helping with that. Okay, so the second question of the seasonal check-in is things that went well. Things that went well: loving husband, parents calm, and siblings chill. So those are the 3 things that went well. And then the third question is things that could have been better. And so I put anxiety, worrying about what other people might be feeling with no evidence. And this is a key one that's always been racking my brain. The sinking feeling I've done someone wrong when nobody has confronted me. So I wanted to pause and talk about this for a little bit, and then I want to share a kind of prose poem that I wrote recently. So in the past couple months, I've been kind of having a reckoning of some long-time deep relationships that I've had. Not like anything. It's not like I didn't like really blow anything up, but I more so made decisions to kind of maybe distance myself from scenarios where I felt was not doing the best for me. And so I myself have taken actions over the past couple months that I know might upset some people, and maybe, I kind of was going back and forth, kind of worrying about how much I would upset people, because I know the actions I did would upset them. Basically, I was just putting up my own boundaries. And so I think that feeling is still lingering, but so far nobody has come up to me, to my face at least, to confront me about any of that. And if they did, I would have my reasons and of course respond compassionately. And so I won't go into too much more detail about that. But basically, I think it is a universal thing that many people worry about, setting boundaries for yourself and just worrying what setting those boundaries would do for the feelings of others. So sometimes, at least I'm trying to be better at this. Like, I'm sometimes afraid that the person I'm setting the boundary to would kind of, of course, be mad. But it's something I'm trying to get over. And also, just that feeling of, I don't have to make so many friends anymore. I don't have to have so many friends in my life anymore. I feel like in this age and time, I feel like I'm more okay with being alone than just trying to please other people. And it's not perfect. I'm still trying to work on it for sure. So I've been taking steps toward that, but I just have that anxiety, that sinking feeling in the back of my mind that I've done somebody wrong. And naturally, like, yes, I could say maybe that's true, but that's something that I had to do for my own sanity, if that makes sense. So there's no hate in there in doing that at all. And to try to come to terms with it, I just like ended up spilling my feelings into this poem that I wrote. I used to write poetry a lot. I have a poetry book from like middle school and my younger days and early high school. And I would write songs and lyrics. I kind of want to do a video about that maybe on my music channel. But yeah, these words just kind of came out from the heart from me, so I wanted to share them here. And I think I might title this one "But We'll Be Okay." This kind of sums up my feelings about, maybe setting those boundaries, maybe not reaching out as much, but still caring for the person or people dearly. So this is a little prose poem, but we'll be okay. For how I wished it wouldn't have turned out better. Oh, typo. For how I wish it would have turned out better. For I wish we didn't have to be here. At opposite ends of the platform, misconstrued words overlapping, not really hearing each other. I just hope you are safe and well, wherever you may be in this life that is so meandering and great and beautiful and scary and free. I hope you have found a place for you to have peace for your life or striving for that. I hope the best for you and nothing short of that. I can't hurt right now, and I hope you don't either. We're apart right now, but while I'm sad at times, thinking of the times that led to here, maybe it's for the best that I'm not there right now. And I can be okay with that, and just hope the best for you because I can still have love for you. For we are apart, but we'll be okay. So I wanted to share that. Just some words that came from the heart and just kind of show that I'm not out here trying to hurt anybody, and I'm trying to be the best person that I can. But when I feel like something doesn't serve me at the moment, maybe I have to take a step back. And that doesn't mean that it's like it might be a permanent thing. Who knows? If it is, then we'll be okay. Then I'll be okay. So that's my thoughts on that. There are a few more seasonal check-in questions that were part of this prompt. And yeah, we could go on to the next one. So the fourth seasonal check-in prompt is what I learned last season, which in this case is like the fall. I put I learned I can sell a house even after a hole in the ceiling. So for those, I might do a video of like a home buying and home selling process over the past 10 years. I mean, I'm not an expert by any means, but yeah, I was able to sell my home. Okay. Prompt number 5. More of this, less of that. More of slow, calm, no plan days. So sometimes I feel like I have to be productive every single day. And I've been having a lot of like physical ailments, just like annoying stuff that I'm still dealing with now and like recently. And it's just so annoying. And sometimes I feel like it's because I'm like always want to be on the go, go, go. I just always want to do something. I'm like, okay, I gotta mop the floor today. Okay, I gotta clean out the bathroom today. I just need to give myself more breaks with no planned days. And less of that, worrying with no evidence, going back to being in other people's heads. Like, yeah, I might have done some actions that I know a lot of people in that situation might not have liked for themselves, but I feel like if we're adults, it should be understandable and having those boundaries. And because nobody's confronted me about it, and also some of those people I still do see every now and then, we're still, I guess, cordial. Who knows, like what goes on behind my back, but that's not my problem. I can't worry about being inside another person's head. I can't worry with no evidence. And if that time comes where they will want to talk to me about it, then we can have that conversation. But right now, I can't worry about them, like how I made them feel bad, if that makes sense. Okay, so the last question in this seasonal check-in is next season, look forward to spring flowers, sun and warmth. It's been so cold where I live. Lots of snow and ice, and I'm just so sick and tired of it. It's finally starting to melt, and I'm just ready for warm weather, flowers, and sun. All right, so that is a seasonal check-in. I definitely encourage you guys to check it out as well. These are great prompts. Annie Menorah has a bunch on her channel, and I want to go through another few prompts that she shared. So this is for if you're feeling insecure and you are having issues with insecurity and comparison. So there's 3 questions here that I answered from the prompt. So question number 1, last time you felt jealous and why? So recently, the show Falling Skies has come out on Netflix, and it's an old show from like 2011, I believe. And I was watching it with EPS, and I was getting jealous. I was hating. So I said watching Falling Skies and hating on the female characters because they are too pretty. Also, some of them are good actors, and I sometimes wish I could show off my acting skills like that, but I don't want to kiss another dude. So I'm not an actor or anything. I had a little bit of fun in High School Musicals. I did audition and I did perform as like backup in high school musicals. And so I do have experience with like tiny bit of like high school theater in the background and stuff, and that was a ton of fun, and I'm really proud of myself for auditioning for something like that, like picking a monologue, like singing alone on stage in front of casting and people who would pick me for parts. It was exhilarating. But yeah, I'm not, since then I'm not an actor or anything, but anyways, that just seeing that, brought up a little bit of jealousy, a little bit of envy and stuff. So, I think I just wanted to keep that in check, with myself, because I think I put that last line in, but I don't want to kiss another dude because, I am married, and I think that like, to be a good, possibly to be successful in that field, you have to kind of put yourself in those situations sometimes. And no judgment to actors and actresses out there. That's why I said like they're good actors, and I wish like I could be that talented sometimes. But maybe I put that last line in there saying like, but that's not the path for me, because I I wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things that are required of kind of that profession and stuff. Yeah, but I've always thought of like maybe taking up an improv class again, because that was fun when I did it before. But other than that, like, I guess I'm getting my acting bug out by voicing over characters in video games when I stream online, and I put a lot of effort into that, and it's not always the best. But I have a lot of fun doing that and thinking of like how, especially when I play retro games that don't have voiceovers, any voice acting in them, I find that those are sometimes the most fun to play on my gaming channel, because I get to think of like what they might sound like, what their personalities are like, and like kind of put my own spin and voice into that. So that for now, that's kind of been scratching the acting bug for me a little bit. So yeah, that first question is like, I think it helps keep me in check. And then, so the second question for this insecurity and comparison area is a small unique detail you wish someone would notice about you. So I don't know how small, if this is really small, but I'm quite cool myself. I'm talented and think of very creative ideas. I don't know. I mean, it's not like a life mission to try to be cool, but sometimes maybe I put others throughout my whole life. I've put others on a pedestal, like, oh my gosh, they're so cool. Like, I'm totally not. And there is different levels of coolness for sure. And I think now that I'm, older, in my mid 30s, my definition of cool is a little bit different from when I was a teenager, for sure. But at the same time, some of the things are a little bit the same. And so this is where the third question comes in, the third prompt, and the last one for the day. What your younger self would be proud of today, looking at you today. And so, yeah, going into what my younger self would say, she would probably think the tattoos were cool. Got a dream job at Google and became a millionaire young. Most of all, being more true to myself than ever before. Doesn't care as much that there's less friends. Okay with going to things alone still. I did go to things alone when I was younger sometimes too, but I would get very, very self-conscious of that. But I still did it, and I still do today. I'm actually planning to go to an art gallery alone later this week, so we'll see if I still feel good to do that. And met a pretty great guy that wanted to marry with pets. And so brave. Braver than she ever could have imagined. So, yeah, those were the prompts, and I really enjoyed writing them. They're very uplifting, but I liked how they kept me in check too at times. Like, when were you jealous? Come on, we know. We know you've been jealous, but that's me talking to myself and stuff. And so this was just one of the things. Again, I definitely, you guys should try out these prompts if you want to. I definitely recommend checking out Annie Minora's one of her latest videos. She posted a bunch of journal prompts. There's ones where not only for insecurity and comparison, but like ones for if you want to get to know yourself more. Just different prompts for different areas in your life. I thought it was really fun and also really unique, because I think I looked up journal prompts before online, and I came through a list of like 100 and never stuck with me. But I do really like the seasonal check-in. I think I'm gonna try to incorporate that more every few months and stuff. And so, yeah, that's what I wanted to share as the first video after this new channel name of Linda Say K. Yeah, well, thanks for checking out my videos, my ramblings, and really watching me say stuff online. It's such a weird concept that I'm saying stuff on this channel. But hey, I think I'm really proud of the stuff that I've put out. So, I will continue to do so. And we'll see if I continue to use this mic. Hopefully it sounds okay. All right. Well, until next time, I'll probably be on my gaming channel soon. All right. Catch y'all next time. Bye.